Got my phone on. Okay, cool. So, those of you that don't know who I am, Casey Ship here, creator of Hot Moms Lifestyle with a Z. I've got my phone going here for the free group, and then this is going here for the athlete page. And the athlete page, they really don't know who I am, so they're probably like, this bitch is nuts. But today we're going to talk about better health, better parenting. And the reason is because I was asking some of my team members, so in Hot Moms, in Hot Moms, I have multiple people that help me inside the group. We do coaching calls. And one of those individuals is a very powerful channel. She's worked with me for like 12 years, way before I had kids. Her name's Mary. She's an alignment coach. She has her doctorate in like hypnotherapy. She's a very powerful psychic medium. And she gives me feedback all the time on the lives and stuff like that. And I said, well, what are you feeling that the women are struggling with right now? And yes, we do fitness and health, right? I kind of got in the scene because of fitness, pro fitness model. And my story, I'll save you the fucking story, because the story is just, if you watch my videos, you'll understand, how much I've struggled, the health issues that I had. Success was not easy. I was never supposed to be successful. And then here I am, somehow I show women how to have it all. Even though I look like Fido's ass right now, I do have, some modeling photos and stuff like that, total hysterectomy, 2 kids under 2, we do homeschooling. Like, a lot of women, they don't know you can have it all. And so I was like, well, here I am, right? And so we specialize in hormones when no other doctors can give answers. We can give answers. Miraculous healing, right? On all levels, internally, externally, like mind, body, soul work. We do a lot of that, and goes way beyond what therapy can do. We don't diss therapy, but it is what it is. A lot of people that's worked with me, they've spent thousands on therapy. Here they are. They've spent thousands on, workout plans, and they're still struggling. There's still just something that's not right. And they come to us. So anyway, she goes, a lot of people ask me about parenting, and I think that's something you should cover, because even the last call that we listened to, it was a mom. And a lot of moms, raise your hand here if you don't like yelling at your kids, like you have some mom guilt because you yell at your kids and you fly off the handle. Yeah, right? I've been there. No shame. But there's a reason why, and I'm going to give a little tip today on kind of like how I do things and in my life, and I think it'll help you. I know a lot of women that work with us, they not only get their hormones balanced and have more energy, their libido increases. They finally get results for their body. They finally find the answers to why they were struggling in the first place. But every time I get on here, my throat chakra just start feeling everybody's energy. But clear. We'll do some meditations together so everybody can chill the fuck out. But one thing that they find is that they're a better parent. They're like, wow, this program has not only helped me become a more confident female and get the body that I want and find answers, I'm a better parent now. And I have that video of me with the board that's like how to make better decisions, and how you making the decision affects not only you, but outside of yourself, your husband, your kids, your world, your workplace. Like, that's why I do what I do. I can't get behind a bullshit just fitness plan. Like, y'all know, they're a dime a dozen, right? $200, you get your little macros. It's cute, right? It's real fucking cute when you're a woman like us. Real fucking cute. All right? What about when the babies don't sleep? What about when somebody gets sick and you got to do this and you got to do that and you're fucking tired? Like, now what? By the way, if you're on here and you have questions, please put them in here. Like, drop the questions. Questions, I thrive on those. I can help you more if I understand your questions. I love answering questions. So drop them in while I'm on my soapbox, and when I'm finished, hopefully we'll be on here for maybe 20 minutes, maybe. I'd like to do some energy clearing as well. We can meditate together and set some intentions. But anyway, parenting. So the first thing is, the thing that I see are women when they come in and there's problems with their daughters, right? There's problems with their teens, their daughters, or whatever. The first thing that comes to mind is, it's never your kids. Your kids are totems. Your kids are here to show you what needs to be healed in yourself. So if you've got problems with your children, there's a big problem within yourself. And now a lot of women don't like this about me. They get really triggered of who do I think I am. They don't want to take responsibility. Last thing they want to look at is in the mirror because they're egoists, right? They talk about narcissists, but they're actually narcissistic because they rather busy themselves with other people's problems like their kids than look within. It's all about their kids. These people, you'll see them, all they'll post is about their kids. Everything they do is about their kids. They're still trying to live through their kids and prove their worth through their children. Like their children making bad grades makes them look bad. Number one, dead giveaway of a narcissistic parent. Everything that child does is a reflection on the parent. Narcissistic parenting, right? So understanding that in itself, right, is like number one. Now, we can all do better at parenting, right? I mean, we cannot pour from an empty cup. But the problem is everybody's running around pouring from an empty cup. They don't even know how to fill their cup up. They think filling their cup up is running high on, caffeine and literally drinking coffee and going to Target. You know what I'm saying? So who's here to really become a better parent by becoming a better you? Let me know. Because what if I told you that the reason you're even here in the first place is because you didn't get the parenting that you needed and the parenting that you deserve? Now, we're not bashing parents. They did the best they could. It's not about that. It's not about going back and cleaning up. No, this is about old programming. We are a product of our upbringing. We are a product of our surroundings, of our religion, of our, however people think. I go through this deeply in courses. Reset and Restore is one of them. And we're going to have holiday sales. We'll talk about that, not today. This will be later. So watch all my shit because this is my favorite time of the year to launch stuff. But we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to help you help the kids because it's not about you. You get what you need, dude, the kids are going to thrive and you're going to be happier. Okay? So I used to have toxic. I was such a narcissist when I was so toxic. You have no idea. You have no idea how toxic I was. And same with my husband. Like, we've had to catch ourselves, like, in this healing process. Like, wow. I didn't even want kids because I thought I was going to be like my mom. Every time I get a woman on the phone that doesn't have kids, like, dead giveaway, man. There's something in her mind that causes her to think that life, she doesn't want her kids to have to go through something. And she's been through some shit, unless they just can't have kids. It's a different story. But yeah, that's number one, is when your kids, like, if you feel ashamed because of their bad grades or their, whatever they're going through, if it makes you feel a certain way about yourself, like you hope people don't think a certain way about you or whatever, that's a dead giveaway. Like, you are the problem. Okay. Poor kid. Holy shit. Those are the kids that really rebel when they get older and the parents are like, I did everything for you. Oh God. We typically don't work with that type of woman. Typically the woman has to be a little bit more healed before she comes into the mastermind. And when it comes to awareness and increasing her vibration and love frequency. But it's not our fault, because it's never our fault what happened to us and why the things are the way they are. It's our responsibility though to see what's happening and actually go within. Like, what does this mean for me? For example, this gal, her kid did something, got in trouble at school, and she was just livid, right? Ruined her whole day, ruined her thing. And she was like, I asked him and I told him this and I did this and this and that. And I go, the problem here is not that your kid did that. And at first I'm like, she's going to get pissed at me. I said, the problem is the fact that he would hang out with a kid that would get him in trouble, and he would do something like this. That's the real problem here. So why is his self-esteem so low that he has to hang around narcissistic kiddos and insecure kids? She kind of sat with that. And I said, what really is going on here is you feel embarrassed of his actions, right? Yeah. I said, so why don't you go sit with that shit? And she did some neutralizers and through our emotional intelligence part of the program and saw like what it really meant. And I taught her how to talk to him, how to handle all this stuff, and it's good. But anytime I see, like right now, if you're struggling with your kids, it's always something within you. Like, for example, kids that grow up in a mom, how do I word this? A mom will say something, she's like, I just feel guilty, right? I feel guilty, I feel sorry for him, I feel guilty, and I do these things, I feel guilty. And I'll say, well, we have to explore the guilt. A lot of times it's because maybe they had a kid with someone that was a shitty parent, so they feel guilty. Or they just feel guilty. And when you raise your kids out of guilt and obligation, dude, it's always a nightmare. It's an energy suck. So our kids are such a blessing in more ways than they came out of us and they're here. Our kids can truly, if you want to be the best person you ever, look at how your kids are responding. How are your kids acting? How are they responding? And it starts with emotional intelligence. You cannot give what you don't have. You can't do it. So how do you expect to sit down with your kids when they're acting like an asshat, instead of yelling at them, but going, they're upset? But you can't tell them they're upset. It's just like telling a woman she's probably PMSing. You can't tell them that. How can you be gentle enough and help them understand how they're feeling and why they're feeling, and get on their level and say, I have felt the same way too, and here's what I did. Okay, you can't do that because you don't even know how to do it yourself. Because why? We don't even know what's going on. We get stressed out. Next thing you know, we're drinking wine, eating chocolate, saying that we can't lose weight. When really, we are numbing out because we're so addicted to chaos. We don't know how to emotionally regulate our nervous systems. We don't know how to regulate our nervous systems. This is why I have a trauma-informed approach. And this is why it's the only thing that's ever going to work with weight loss. That improves your financial situation, that improves your life, that improves your relationships and the way you parent. It all starts with understanding what did not happen to us, what happened, and understanding our emotions. And unfortunately, a lot of us, like me back in the day, I thought the only emotion was happy, sad, pissed off. Dude, there are so many emotions. And if you can understand like how you're truly feeling and like what to do to get to where you want to go, now you're an asset. Now you can help your kids, because you know that when they're showing out, they're acting a certain way. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they're sleepy. Maybe somebody made fun of them at school. Maybe they got in trouble at school. Maybe they didn't get something right, and now they feel bad because they're a perfectionist because they learned it from you. Because the only source of love they got is when they did something, or when they performed, or when they were a good little girl and didn't fucking cry. You know, we teach our kids how to act. And so if something's going on with our children, it's a time we have to look within ourselves and go, where did I feel guilty when I did that? Because you just don't know. We were not taught emotional intelligence. It's something that you have to learn and make your way out of the fucking matrix. And you can read books and stuff, but you know, it comes down to understanding our soul, like who we are on a soul level, the spirit of a human. And unfortunately, we've got a lot of these blocks up because we were taught by the Bible, if a lot of you are religious, by the Bible, to obey the mother and the father. And that's bullshit. I'm not blaspheming over here, but here's why I think it's bullshit. This is one of the reasons I love Alice Miller books. Is because, let's just take my mom, for example, and include, let me know if you can relate to this. So my mom, let's just take my mom and my dad. They respected their parents like no other, right? They lived by that Bible thing of, oh, you know, your mom and dad, it's your mom and dad, right? I grew up authoritarian, you know, style. So what I say goes, children are meant to be seen and not heard kind of thing. So anyway, that just totally threw me off if somebody's energy just got on. So let's go back to that. So tapping into that energy. Some of y'all don't want to go there. We're going there. We're going there. So my mom and dad treated their parents with respect, fear, obligation, guilt. Like if they didn't do X, Y, Z. Like I know grown men that still cover their tattoos because they don't want their mom to see their tattoos. Well, it's just easier if mom don't know about it. So they really, their mom and dad was everything. They talked to them on the phone all the time. They were up their ass. Like on the weekends, they went to their mommy and daddy's house. Like they still lived like children trying to make mommy and daddy happy. Because by the way, FYI, that's all kids want to do. So they don't intentionally fuck shit up. Okay? All they want to do is make mommy and daddy happy. And the problem is, mommy and daddy can't even make mommy and daddy happy. And the kid grows up thinking, well, I just can't. No, your mom and dad couldn't make their own fucking selves happy. So you had no shot. So why I don't like the Bible where it says, about why I don't like the part of the Bible that says obey your parents. They left a big part out. Constantine, homie, you left something out. What about the kids? The kids are the light. The kids are the miracle. Because the problem with this is that the parents like mine grow up putting their parents on a pedestal. Okay? Putting their parents on a pedestal. And treating the child like they're children. Like they're dumb. They don't know any better. They need to be taken care of. They have to be whatever. They don't see kids as real humans. They see them as children. And that's the problem. Can you imagine if we treated our children like we were supposed to treat our parents? Admired them, honored them, and tried to please them. Now, I know some of you are going to get really triggered and be like, you're not supposed to give them everything they want. You're going off on some other, like, way down. We got to do a lot of work, okay, if that's where your mind just went. There's a gray area. It's not all black and white. So it should be about, treating the children with honor. There was a saying that I saw. It was like, if we could treat our kids like royalty from another family that didn't belong to us, the world would be a different place. Kids are so tapped in and so smart. Like, we're the filthy ones. We've got programming and life and fucking losses and just all this shit. They're the clean ones. Yeah, so that's my beef. That's one reason why it's so hard to do this work, is because we've been taught by a Bible, by religion, that says we would die and go to this place called hell if we don't do what it says. That's an authoritarian style. I don't fuck with that. That's why I'm rebellious. But that's why I like freedom. But it should be also honor the kids. Honor the mother and the father. It should be honor thy kids. Can you imagine what this world would be like if people honored children? Can you imagine what it would be like if we were honored when we were little? And certain things, different things were said to us out of love because we were being honored, instead of fear that we may do something or not do something, or out of shame or out of guilt or out of, God Almighty. You see? So you have to be able to, lift the veil of the old programming. The kids, our kids, or think about it. Are you an adult now? Yeah. You're not mommy and daddy's little girl anymore. And if you still think you are, your life, I would not want to live your life. I can show you so many areas of your life where you're not free. Right? There's so much toxic enmeshment because people aren't full on the inside. They're not abundant. Right? So first you have to be stripped of everything you know and be willing to receive more than you've ever gotten. And for this, you're going to be a better parent though. And this is why I say to go for your goals, set these crazy dreams, go for the body you want, man, because you're going to be challenged and you're going to become successful and happy. The goal is to be happy. That's your only job, is to be happy. And unfortunately, if you can't, nobody else in your life can be either. That's a fact, because you don't know how. You can't be something that you don't know how to be. Therefore, your kids aren't happy. If you're running around doing everything out of guilt and obligation, your kids are going to do the same thing. And they may numb out. They may end up numbing out, So take this for whatever it is. If you're having problems with your kids right now, you have to ask yourself, how's this making me feel? Where in my life have I felt this way? And unfortunately, if you can't get to the answer, don't feel too bad, because if you're watching this and you don't know me from Adam's house cat, something we say in the South, then you just need to go deeper into the content of what I teach. Those of you that are in the mastermind, it starts with Reset and Restore. It's a course that I have that actually uncovers the reason why you have adrenal fatigue and you're running on empty and stressed out, no energy. There's a reason why. And deep down at the core, you're still trying to either win mommy and daddy's love, proving your worth, or something like that. So if your kids, if something's not going on, the right way with your kids, it's all you. You created it. Okay? So it's all on you. So whatever your kids are going through, if it's pulling at you, now you feel responsible for it. You're toxic as fuck, dog. It's toxic as fuck. Okay? You have to reflect back. So if everything is about, you have to go within. Not about you, but it is in a way. If something's going on that you don't like and you've got crisis with your daughters, honey, you've got a crisis within yourself. Fix yourself, you'll know how to fix your daughter. Fix yourself, learn how to like become a better person and being a better parent's in the bag. You feel me? You feel me? Become a better person and being a better parent is in the bag. Seriously. So if you really want to be a better parent, you need to start challenging yourself. You need to start setting goals for yourself and actually do them. You need to go out. You need to start making more money. Stop telling your kids they can't have shit. They can't have everything. Why? Because you were told that? You know what? I know kids. I do. I know children. This lady, she's got 4 kids. They're older now. Their youngest is like 16. And they're all doing so well. Her relationship with her kids, I mean, it's just incredible. So she homeschooled them. She took them out of school because she didn't want them to be programmed, right? If she was going to have a program, it was going to be to believe they can do and be anything. And it's just the coolest thing to witness. They all are doing very well. They're very independent. One flies an airplane so she can go back and forth to whatever. She's like 20, 21. One kid's like a pro at something and all this stuff or whatever. Kids are very happy because she taught them early on that everything's within them. They can dream whatever they want to dream. They can have whatever they want to have. They never told their kids no. I know a lot of you that grew up like I did, poor, poverty mindset, kids are meant to be seen and not heard. You think that's going to ruin them. Well, how did you turn out? Because I guarantee you your ass is struggling right now. And even if you think you got money, half of y'all think you got money and you make like $100,000 a year. That's not enough money. $1 million isn't enough money. They are never enough. You're greedy. See how much shit you got to clear up? Because who the fuck are you going to help? Who can we help if we're not abundant? We can't help anybody if we're not abundant. You can't take your kid to Disney World if you're not abundant. Because you're worried about this, and that, and the other. You actually have to tell your kids no. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And if that triggers you, then you need to go within because somebody told you no. And that's why your ass is sitting here mediocre, not having what you want. This is why I'm sitting here right now and I'm not in a fucking mansion on the beach. I'm still unwinding these fucking beliefs, y'all. And I've done it. Y'all have watched me. You've watched me on the come up. Okay? And I show you how I do it in Hot Moms Mastermind. But the reason that we have what we have and we don't have what we don't have is from our programming. And don't you want better for your kids? Well, I am. My kids are going to go to college and I didn't. Okay, well, that's a little better. You know? What's beyond that? What's beyond that? You see, you haven't even allowed yourself to dream because nobody allowed you to dream. You're probably struggling with the same weight problems your fucking mom struggled with. Or your dad. Or if you're not, you're trying not to. And that's why you're just wearing yourself out. Trying to prove that you are or you're not like them. I got tired of that shit. I got tired of that shit, y'all. 12 years. My whole life. But really, like, you just get tired. And it's all because you're still trying to please mommy and daddy. Or prove your worth because they told you that you weren't this or that. Or whatever. Or your dad wasn't around, your mom wasn't around, whatever. So once you understand that it's all about going within, and when you do that, you know how to help your kids at that point. Because it makes me fucking sick to see people worried about their kids and they're a shit show themselves. You know? It just, yeah. So, man, the message of today, and we'll end with some breath work and some like send-off energy, is it's time to look at this stuff. Okay, it's time to take massive responsibility for our own lives and set the bar high. Get as sexy as you can. Get as confident as you can. Make as much money as you can. You feel me? Be as healthy as you can be. That's how you become a better parent. That's how you become a better parent. Becoming the happiest that you can be. Making as much money as you can make. Looking sexy, being confident, and being free. Now your kids have a fighting chance. So, amen, Jag Wander. Thank you, Jag. So, what questions could I answer for you? What questions do you have for me? And I just did that whole thing and didn't record on Zoom. See? Fuck up. But now we got it on here. So let me know what questions you have, and I'm going to actually pull up this right here. Let me see. Ask me anything you want. Sorry, people watching on the computer. Ask me anything you want. We'll do some breath work. And tomorrow I've got a really, really powerful training. This is not about parenting. This is about you manifesting, stepping into next level abundance. This is about you getting the body that you finally want, the health that you want, and it's all easier than it's ever been. That's going to be tomorrow on 11/11. It's at 12. It's at 12 Eastern, but it is on 11/11. And I'm going to share some stuff, some new stuff that's come through. We're going to kind of go into what we talked about today, but a little bit deeper. What we're really doing is just uncovering why you're stuck. Uncovering why there's stumbling blocks in your way. Uncovering why there's fear there, why there's hesitation. We're going to uncover that, and I'm going to give you massive tools to have one of the best years you've ever had and end this season the best you've ever done, because it's the holidays, y'all. People are coming into being around people they don't want to be around. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. How to do the holidays with family or not. You've got chains on you, man. You've got these ball and chains on you. And I'm here to show you where the key is to unlock yourself. So if you're ready for that kind of freedom, so that you can be a better parent, you can get everything you want, and just feel really good. And in you feeling good, you can help the world. You literally help strangers on the fucking street. You are more valuable if you'll do this. Lindsay said, I'm so excited about tomorrow. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a vibe. Let me see if people right here have questions, because I don't know. Can I see this? Oh, Michelle said, so much mom guilt. Yeah, it's time to, we're done. Christy, I swear I love you. You're my kind of woman. People, for real. Oh, I love you. Stay on. We're going to clear some energy. Yeah, Michelle, it's time. Are you tired of the guilt? It's just keeping y'all down, man. Our way of thinking, and you know me too, like, as I ascend, you're going to go with me. Anybody that's been on my fucking team, man. Anybody that's been with me from day one. Ask some of the people that's been with me since 2010. Stacy, since 2012. Her life's gotten better. Anybody that's in my shit, you're going to go with me. You're going to go with me. All right, we're all going to go together. A rising tide raises all ships. I'm always guilty about my older daughter. Always doing better. All right, so stop being toxic. Go clear the guilt and let that girl be free. You needed this a long time ago, man. You needed this, a life free of guilt. And it's very common, Jag. It's very common. So many women, mothers. Have y'all seen Turning Red, the Disney movie? Go watch Turning Red. You will understand why we're where we're at. Okay? Say no more. Disney helps me so much. Okay, so live stream. Am I in the free group? Okay, let's see if, because I don't know if I went live on the page. Any other questions before? And I'll put the link under this training. If you haven't gotten to the Ascend and Flow, it's tomorrow at 12. And I'm you know how it goes. So normally the price is like a lower price, and then when we launch it, it's more. So I'm going to do $111 for this. I don't know how many videos we're going to do. It's definitely going to be more than the one live. But you'll get access to all the recordings, anything else that I put in there in the future. And then we'll package it up just like we did Chaotic and Powerful, you know, last year. Some of our courses where they started off like this, and then we turned them into massive courses that sell for like $2,000 and $3,000 now. So grab the link, get in, And this just getting into the energy, let that be a declaration for your becoming. That way, your kids will be able to invest in themselves in the future to do something that's going to make them a better person too. Crystal said, I have a hard time forgiving my parents. My sister and my parents are so codependent on each other, and I'm not. So me and my kids are kind of treated like the forgotten ones. I hold so much resentment towards them from childhood. I don't call them. I honestly don't care because it's draining. I need to let it go, but I also know they're good people and they didn't know how to love to be normal parents. How do I repair that relationship without giving too much of my energy? Yeah, I feel you. We gotta neutralize the resentment. Yeah, let me start up here. So, Crystal, if you knew, this was like food, just say it's food, and you knew it was gonna make you sick, would you eat it? No. So that's like being around your parents that brings you down energetically. Now, the thing that's in them is also in you until you clear it and learn the lesson, because you become the same parent, just a slightly little bit better version. So you have to clear that. It's called shadow work. It's called inner child work, and we do soul retrievals. We teach you how to do your own soul retrievals because little parts of you when you were growing up fragmented off when you grew up not getting what you needed. So you need to be in Reset and Restore. That's a great foundational course, is Reset and Restore. It will be on sale for the holidays, definitely. But that's where you need to be. That's what you have to start doing, is you have to begin the shadow work. That's what you need to do. Okay. Oh. Kelly, love your process, Casey. You're so awesome. Oh, I love you, Kelly. Jag, I have the mastermind, so I'll register tomorrow. Oh, no, Jag, you are in the mastermind, so you don't pay for it. No. Yeah, we're going to post a link in the mastermind where you can just be on the call because it is a Zoom, because we may do some open chat. So, yeah, you're welcome, Crystal. Where do I start and which program? A long time. Depending on how you feel, however you're feeling coming into it. Are you feeling ashamed? Then go start with the shame neutralizer and clear my shit. And we got new stuff coming out there too. Okay, so let me go and see if I'm live on this page and see if they got any questions. Yeah, ask away. You have me now. My time is pricey. Really. So ask away. You deserve it. I want to be here with you, or I would have turned on the fucking camera. You know what I'm saying? Okay. There she is. All right, cool. All right, any other questions there on my Facebook page, on this page in the free group, or where? This is the free group. Let me know. So let's do some clearing work, because I know this probably brought up some stuff. And pay attention to what you dream tonight. Pay attention to how you feel tonight. Anytime you get into this energy and you just start doing it, you begin the process. So, sorry. All right, so let's sit up straight and we will just recenter together and see what comes through. Okay. Everybody watching here, do you want to do breath work? Breath work's going to clear your energy and create more of a positive environment so that the things that you need, you can receive them better. My 4-year-old school called today for me to come up there because he's been rocking everybody's world all week, just being bad. I can see it in his eyes. He's needing something, but I'm at a loss. Maybe it's something missing in me. It is, Gina. 100%. You don't know how to give it to him, though, babe, because you don't know how to give it to yourself. And this is why it's so important to do this work that we do in Hot Moms. So, what anybody needs is love. But I didn't know what that was. It's more than fake hugs and forced hugs and I love you. It's more than that. So please don't beat up on yourself because you literally don't know. Okay, this is a learned thing you have to do. If you're in my energy, it's probably because you are walking in my footsteps. And I've got the codes. I can show you how I got out of there, right? So you've got to do the groundwork. You got to do the groundwork. Destiny, yeah, breath work. All right, let's do breath work. So everybody sit up straight. What we're going to do are like breaths of 4. You're going to inhale for 4. And what this is going to do, if you feel weird doing this, then you really need to fucking do it. Because how's that working out for you? You're stressed the fuck out. You're always in a hurry. You don't have enough money. Your body's not where it wants to be. So fucking breathe, okay? Just kidding. You know I love y'all. I see myself. I see myself in you. And I would give anything if I had this stuff right now. So this is how we're going to do breath work. So, okay, sit up straight, and we're going to start breathing together. Okay. You can put your hands in a prayer pose. You can put one hand on your heart, one hand on your sacral, like your female organ area. We're just going to breathe together. What we're going to do is when we do this together, it's really powerful. And what we're going to do in this breath work, the intention of this breath work, thank you for being here. I feel you all sitting here ready to do breath work. So our intentions for this session is going to be more love. More love, so that we can give more love. Okay? It is a process. So let's go ahead and breathe in. Let's go ahead and start. Ready? Just go. If you need to cry, please let it go. I feel a lot of you have a lot of sadness that needs to come out. Let it go. That means your little child and yourself is finally being seen and heard. My intentions are for everyone on this call to receive love. Love that they've never felt. Unconditional love. A couple more. Keep breathing. A lot of you you're held back tears and sadness, or you felt like you couldn't speak up. You didn't want to make mommy or daddy upset. You didn't want to let your needs be known because you didn't want to bother them. It's time to let that go. You're here now. You're the mother now. You're the parent now. You're the mommy now. You get to call the shots. How's it going to be? And you keep your eyes closed. And you talk to yourself, what do you need? The little girl in you, whose mom was always busy, always had something to say, whose dad was maybe kind of angry or did whatever, wasn't there, whatever. What does she need right now? What does she need? What does that look like? All right, she needs love, but what does that look like? Does she need a bath right now? Does she need to be held? Does she need to go sit with her husband or a partner or her friend or her BFF and just ask them for space to get out how she feels and maybe some suggestions of what she could do? Does she need to be alone? Does she need to play with her dogs? Does she need to go play? Does she need to know that she's safe and everything's going to work out? Does she need to know it's safe to be her? And it's okay to feel those feelings, and it's totally fucking normal. It's totally fucking human. Yeah. Does she need to know that she made it out alive and that it's safe now? And that she can go and do whatever she wants to do? Yeah. So you see what I'm saying. And a lot of you, honestly, I'm going to share what I felt. A lot of you understood this, and a lot of you had blocks. We got to the thing, but then there was another level that was like, I don't understand, or, but what about this, or, well, they can't have that, or they can't do that. It went straight negative. Bargaining. That's the blocks, man. It's blocking your heart from loving yourself enough to do the program, to get around better women, to ask for help, to feel like you deserve help, to stick to the plan, to not get shit-faced drunk, to be present with your kids, to make more money, to feel deserving to have the things. Yeah, maybe we didn't get those Abercrombie sweaters when we were 12, but we get to have those now. Our mom wasn't abundant, you see. We are abundant. And tomorrow, we're going to go over those abundance codes. So if you're ready to literally rock and roll and ignite this thing, it's a force, it's a life force energy. It is like the thing you've been waiting to pop so that you can have or be or feel or do XYZ. We're going to tap into that tomorrow. And I'm going to share, because it's a very small community, I'm going to share what I feel that's coming through. All right? So what you need to do now is more of that breath work shit. Those of you that's in Hot Moms, go through energy codes. Emotional intelligence is where it's at. Understanding how we feel, tapping into that space, and whatever fucked up stories come in that doesn't feel good, like freedom, fuck it. We don't want it. There is a world out there that you can live like this. And I'm figuring it out. Yeah, I needed this live more than I thought I did. Oh, Michelle. Yes, everybody does. We all did. I do. Oh, thank you, Destiny. You speak so beautifully. Wow, I never would have thought I would have heard that one. So, yes, Ascend and Flow is tomorrow. Teresa said, I'm in tears. I felt this. So much recent trauma from my kids and I'm struggling. Yeah. Yeah. You guys got to understand that this is normal. We come into a very big world. And this is why there's not a lot of people at the top. It's a matrix you have to not fight your way out of, but it is survival of the fittest. And you've got to be diligent with the inner work. And a lot of times to women like us, it's going to look like, that can't be right. If I do that, then this will happen or that won't happen. And you got to be willing to let some shit go and act in faith and trust. And we'll go over tomorrow how to transcend. Tonight is just opening the can of worms, because this is much deeper than you get the body you want. You get the body you want, and being happy and healthy is the highest, I don't even know the word here. It's the best thing you could ever do in your life, for yourself, but for other people. The best thing you can do, I'm giving you permission. If you want to help your kids, give them a healthy mom in here and in here and everywhere. And a big fat bank account as well, so those kids feel safe. You understand? So we're all popping out of our shell. I need to pop out of my shell. Jag, say, imagine and feel into being what popping out of your shell. You're ready for next level. Jag is ready for the next level. Show her how to pop out of her shell. She has popped out of her shell. It's a new world. It's a new world, Jag. You got to be willing to shed and give. Let go. Give your old shit where it belongs. Give it up. And it belongs in the past. That's where it stays. We will repair the work that it did on our souls and our bodies in Hot Moms. But we got to be willing to let go of the shit if we want to go somewhere else. We cannot take it with us. Tomorrow is not going to be for the faint of heart. I'm not shitting you. This is only for people who's ready to ascend and experience literally a new earth. And it's kind of scary. You can imagine being dropped out in a new earth where there's like aliens and you're the only one there. You're going to need to meet your friends so that you understand this new earth. Okay? You're welcome. You need this. You've been feeling it for months. You need it in your soul. Thank you, Casey. I can't wait tomorrow. I'm willing. Yeah. So, okay, the link will be posted. It should be in the free group. Ascend and flow, because a lot of women also want to know how to let go. They want to know how to trust more and work on their control issues. So we're going to touch on that as well. And really my intentions are to just help all of you, including myself, end this year with intent that's going to carry us into the year we actually want to be living in. It's all about right now. You feel me? What time tomorrow? It's at 12 Eastern. All the information, so Gina, when you sign up for it, you'll actually book on the calendar and it sends you text automations, just so you remember. This will be recorded for those that pay for it in the mastermind, okay? So I'm not gonna air it live. I'm not gonna air, what do you call it? Through the free group. It's a paid masterclass, okay? It's a paid mini training. It's a paid live stream. It's a paid, whatever you want to call it, show, training, transmission. Okay. Is this a new course that's coming? Yeah, definitely a new course. Steph, I don't know yet if I'm going to put it in like as extra modules in Reset and Restore as a bonus. I don't know yet, but it's just it's definitely a new training because I've gone through a mini awakening, a new transformation, and I'm sharing it. Like, I've kept a lot of it for me, and I'm keeping a lot of it for me and embodying a lot of stuff, but there's just some things that's got to come out. And right now when I ask Mary, I'm like, what do they need? You know, women are, of course, always need healing and health and better health and more energy and all that, but we have to make it bigger than us, or we're not going to do it. We have to see it as like, how is me having this body and this health and this confidence and this energy good for everyone and good for everybody? That's kind of when I can get behind shit, you know? So, okay, I'll put the links here. I'll put the links there. If you can't find them, please go to my free group and you'll see Ascend and Flow. It's also on my Instagram story right now. You can sign up through the link. It's only $111. Y'all know that my ticket prices are in the thousands, okay? So this is in the hundreds of dollars. So go ahead, get it, and I'll see you tomorrow. I would say tomorrow, try to be in a place where you can, you feel a little safe to let go. Why do you need to go cry right now? You're going to have to process some of this shit. But maybe have either a notebook. We're just going to do a lot more of this with deeper. Okay? All right? Got it. Cool. Okay, y'all, talk to you soon. I'm going to go shower and play with my kids because they're fucking awesome and funny as shit. Bye-bye.